So, in conclusion, in 1946, the United States, the Soviet Union, and their allies were locked in a long, tense conflict known as the Cold War. Any questions regarding this topic?
Yes, Mrs. Amber. So you're telling me Stalin's determination to expand Soviet communism into Eastern Europe was a significant cause of the Cold War?
I'm so glad you're this interested on the topic, Kevin, and to answer your question, yes. Other causes include his mistrust of Western governments and his insincere negotiations. Well, my fellow students, do you know what time it is? It is time to go home. Don't forget to complete the history assignment that's due for today, unless you've already done it.
Actually, Mrs. Christina, certain parameters of the assignment are still unclear for me. Could you possibly repeat how this essay should be structured?
Sure, no problem, Dora. You see, this is meant to be an opportunity for you to explore your perspectives and expand your knowledge. An independent, self-directed piece of research. The essay should fall within the range between 1,200 to 1,500 words, should feature a 12-point, readable font, preferably Arial, with double spacing, and the most important aspect, make sure to include citations whenever you look up for information online. Remember our policy, all works should be original as they will be scanned by an anti-plagiarism checker.
I'm a bit curious about that last statement, Mrs. Christina. Is it really necessary to use an anti-plagiarism checker to scan our works? I'm pretty sure we will all be honest here.
Well, Gina, academic honesty is quite important, you see. As an IB World School, we uphold these principles, a set of values and skills that promote personal integrity. I'd love to tell you more about these principles, but I'd suggest you check the IB Learner profile for the values. I shall dismiss class for now, but I expect to see you tomorrow. Don't forget, the history assessment is due for today. We will check it here in class tomorrow and grade it as well. Take care.
Dora, don't tell me you're still worrying over that history assessment. I know you can do it. You've shown a lot of progress through the years. Don't sweat it, you have time.
I know, Mom, but I'm still feeling insecure. This is the first time I write an essay and I'm not sure if it's that good. What if I get a low score and fail to pass the subject? And what if Mrs. Christina gets so disappointed that she will never trust me again, which would lead to me going back to that irresponsible and bratty phase of mine? I don't wanna.
Dora, you're just assuming things now. Remember that, when we both decided that the IB was a great educational option, it was meant so you could expand your horizons. It cannot take a toll on your mental health. We're here for you. As a family we support each other, and trust me, you'll do it. Don't build up stress, you're still young, dear. You know, I also went through that high school student phase, and the best thing I could recommend you in this moment is, take a quick nap. It's been a long day, you deserve it.
You know, maybe you're right. Maybe I'm just overthinking things. Maybe sleeping, at least for an hour, will come in handy. Thanks for the recommendation, Mom. I'll sleep.
Don't worry, Dora. Remember that your mental health is fundamental.
Yeah, maybe that's just it. Sleeping will make me feel better. What the? Who opened my laptop? Oh, yeah. Abuela needed it to print some documents, now that I remember, but really? My battery is not going to last any longer if this continues. But it seems like I received a notification via email. Who could have sent it? Oh, it's some random newsletter from Degrid. Wait, what's this? OpenAI's ChatGPT just got smarter. Here's the latest on the AI chatbot. Wait, what's a chatbot? Oh boy, you've got me interested now. The virtual assistant also chimes in with follow-up questions and responses to keep discussions flowing naturally. These new features help emulate the back-and-forth rhythm of human conversation. I honestly doubt a chatbot would be able to successfully replicate the accuracy of a human conversation. Nice try, Decrypt. But maybe I could try. What do I have to lose? After all, I ought to sleep, so maybe I could have some fun before doing so. So let's try out this ChatGPT Decrypt is talking about. First, let me create an account and then we're good to go. Wow, so this is ChatGPT? I like the interface. You know what they say, the night is my world. Ha ha ha. I see you've got some interesting options. How to explore Seoul like a local. That's quite odd, but whatever floats your boat. ChatGPT. I don't think I'm in the mood to start off with something as basic as a hi, how are you? Instead, I'm gonna do something unexpected. I'm going to ask ChatGPT to write a 500-word essay about the greatness of the mitochondria. I don't even know what's that referring to, but I'd like to see it try. Ha ha ha. There, it's inserted. I doubt it will be able to render a proper answer in less than 5 minutes. Wait, what the heck? Oh. Lie. I'm impressed. Guess I must look like an idiot now. Ha ha ha. ChatGPT, you're impressive. You even stated its main functions and why it's labeled as the powerhouse of the cell. Man, I would continue reading the whole thing, but my tired state of mind is desperately asking me to get some rest. After all, it's been a wild day of school, and I'm sure I can complete that essay later when I'm full of energy. But I guess for now, let's go to sleep. Haha. I feel so weird. I feel like I should move, but I just can't. This feels so good, and I want to stay like this forever. Go back to where I started. Be that girl. Forever.
Dora, 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 wake up, wake up, wake up. You've been asleep for more than 3 hours.
Mom, what's going on? I thought you'd never yell at me like this again.
I'm terribly sorry, dear, but since you weren't waking up, I had to. You passed out for 3 hours, and I remembered you told me you had an important history assessment for today. Do you know what time it is? It's 6:30. I don't know about you, but you should get working now.
Mom, don't worry. Look, the assignment is due today at 11:59 p.m., so I still got plenty of time to complete. After all, I'm already kinda prepared. I've got 500 words.
Well, I don't know, Dora, but you know what they say, time goes by, and it's scary. If I was you, I'd get working now so later I don't have to face any consequences.
Whatever you say, Mom. The moment I jump and sit on that chair, I'll be working on my laptop, and I can assure you, that essay will be finished in less than an hour, trust me.
8:30 p.m. at the Marquez residence. We can clearly appreciate a female specimen, who goes by the name of Dora Marquez, who's still not done with her essay that's
Oh,
due
shut
for
up,
today
narrator. You're not supposed to be featured in this episode, and we already know, my essay is still far from completion.
Dora, I think I heard something. Is everything alright?
Yeah, of course it is, Mom. Why wouldn't it be? After all, it's not that my essay is far from completion, I'm only missing a few words. Ha ha ha.
Wow, what a liar.
Okay then, whatever. Listen, it was your turn to make dinner today, but since I see that you're still quite busy, I'll make something to cheer you up. How about a chicken sandwich?
Wow, that's so nice of you, Mom. I'd really appreciate it.
Okay then, I'll call you downstairs in 5 minutes when dinner is ready.
Man, I'd be excited about the chicken sandwich, only if it wasn't for the fact that missing a few words equals to the whole essay, as I just found out my 500 words were wrong.
Well, that's technically what you get for being a liar, Dora.
Shut up. We all make mistakes, okay? If only there was a way to get this essay done in less than 5 minutes, that'd be crazy, but could potentially save me considering the panorama I'm currently in. Less than 5 minutes? Sounds like something impossible, maybe for a human, but not for a certain chatbot, ChatGPT. Maybe you thought explaining the greatness of the mitochondria was enough, but I truly want to see your true potential. This girl is in need of some ideas, so you help me now. Maybe I could ask ChatGPT to give me ideas on how to complete my assessment, so that way I'm free for the rest of the night. Just need to input some keywords such as the true meaning of history, the economic impact of the Cold War, what could be interpreted as Cold War itself, and we're good to go. Call me lazy if you want, but this is for a good reason. You see, I just want to test the true capacity of ChatGPT, which I personally think contributes to my research. Besides, I did not just copy and paste, that'd be lame, ha ha ha. I have a brain too, in case you didn't know. Just need the bibliography and I can send it. This is amazing.
Dora, dear, dinner is already ready. Please come downstairs before your sandwich gets cold.
Got it, Mom. I'm coming downstairs now. Please wait for me. A broken man without a home, desperate and so alone, a victim of society, no one really wants to see.
Dora, it's time to wake up. You have school today, and it's time for your history assessment to be graded. Aren't you excited?
Sure thing, Mom. I could finally finish it yesterday after the chicken sandwich I had. I truly believe it was responsible for giving me the energy I needed. Thank you so much.
No problem, Dora. Now let's not waste time. Take a shower and get dressed, dear.
Man, I wonder if I did things right. I mean, even though I do have a reason to say using ChatGPT was effective, I don't know if it was right. Or maybe I'm just overthinking things like an idiot as always, when I need to realize that what I did potentially saved my butt.
Huh? Dora, did you say something?
Nothing, Mom. I'm just thinking about my history essay, a bit worried that it might not be up to Mrs. Christina's standards.
Dora, don't you worry now. You know, what matters is that you wrote it yourself, and you didn't just copy and paste. It doesn't need to be perfect. You made your best effort, dear. Now don't be a wuss. Everything will be fine and you know it. Mrs. Christina will be proud of you.
Right. Mrs. Christina. Thanks for cheering me up.
Remember, Dora, positivity over everything. You'll be fine. Now go and impress Mrs. Christina.
Alright, Mom. Thank you so much for those motivating words.
So Gina, you're telling me Kevin couldn't come today due to his current condition?
Exactly, Mrs. Christina. Kevin doesn't even know himself how he caught the flu in the first place, and the symptoms have really knocked him out. I suggested some medicine, but only time will tell us if they're effective. He wanted me to tell you that he did turn in the assignment, and wanted you to check it no matter if he's here or not.
Oh Gina, I'd love to, but keep in mind that Kevin should know well the reason behind his final grade. I can't just send it like that without observations. Listen, let's do the following. Text Kevin and tell him to meet me tomorrow at recess. I'll make sure to separate some time just for him in order to check his essay. In case he's still sick, don't worry, I still have plenty of time to check it throughout the week.
Got it, Mrs. Christina.
Mrs. Christina? Good morning and sorry for barging in just like this, but why does the classroom feel so empty today? Did something happen?
Unfortunately yes, Dora. Kevin caught the flu yesterday and we're all worried for him. Even though the symptoms are not deadly, they could potentially put him in danger if not treated correctly.
Oh man, I'm so sorry to hear that. I've gone through that before and let me tell you, that is certainly not a good experience. Hope he's alright.
Oh hello Dora, good morning. I assume you must already know what happened to Kevin, am I right?
Yeah, and let me tell you, what a shame. I really hope he's alright.
Well, to brighten your day, he indeed is. Apparently, the medicine I suggested was effective and the outcome is positive. Kevin sounded so happy and well, Mrs. Christina. I'm pretty sure he'll be fully recovered by tomorrow, so just make sure to download his essay. Sheesh, I didn't know I had that within me. Maybe I ought to become a doctor.
Oh Jenna, you smarty.
Don't start this now, Dora.
Well you two, cool down. I know you're excited about Kevin's well-being and I understand. Both your mental and physical health come first. But now that the outrageous flu is out of the way, I shall continue class for now, so I'd appreciate it if you both find your seats now.
Alright, Mrs. Christina.
Alright, now that that's out of the way, We shall continue with the plans from yesterday, plans that we already discussed and should already be completed. I expect to see all of your essays today. Right, Dora?
Yeah, of course, Mrs. Christina. After all, it was my own decision to become a brighter girl.
Seems to me that's still far away from completion, haha.
Oh, don't you, Regina? Stop being salty over what I said.
Well, Dora, since it seems you want to talk a lot today and you claim your essay is submitted and ready for revision, why don't you come up here so we can start? I'm waiting for you.
But. Oh, fine, alright. What do I have to lose?
Serves you right for calling me smarty, haha.
My apologies, you have indeed turned in the assignment. Are you sure this is the final version of your work?
Of course, Mrs. Christina, I sent it for a reason, didn't I?
Well, I can't argue with that logic, so let's read it. The consequences of the Cold War were manifold, shaping the world in ways both overt and subtle. Firstly, the arms race and the proliferation of nuclear weapons heightened the awareness of our species' potential for self-destruction. The Cuban Missile Crisis of 1962, for instance, brought the world precariously close to the brink of nuclear war, underscoring the fragility of peace in an age of powerful weaponry. Dora, as someone who currently possesses a PhD in history, and as a teacher with over 10 years of experience, I've got to be honest with you.
Oh, really? Well, Mrs. Christina, tell me. What about my essay? Is it good?
This is one of the most coherent, if not perfect, essays I've ever read. The structure is impressive, you managed to bond every single idea together and you never forgot the aim of your research question. I wholeheartedly believe you've done an incredible job, and I'm speechless. If it's not too much to ask, how long did you spend writing all this? 'Cause your effort surely paid off.
Well, Mrs. Christina, to be honest, even if I needed help, I stayed up all night working on this. Yeah. In order to make it coherent, I decided to sacrifice my spare time. Worth it.
Well, I can assure you, Dora, you are definitely getting a good grade on this one. Just need to scan the document to make sure your work is original and then we're good to go.
Alright, Mrs. Christina, take your time. Oh boy, I did it. I can't believe I got through this hellhole. Well, what matters now is that I'm free, and the best part is, I didn't even need to explain what ChatGPT is.
Holy mother of freaking gosh, what in the name of everything that is sacred is this?
What's the matter, Mrs. Christina? Mrs. Christina, I don't know what's going on. Can you please tell me what that means?
Dora. Outside. Now. I'm sorry, Gina, but I'll have to solve a certain situation before continuing class. Please wait until I get back.
No problem, Mrs. Christina. Take your time.
Dora, would you care to explain what is the meaning of what I just saw? That cannot happen under any circumstances and you know it well. Tell me the truth right now.
Mrs. Christina, what are you talking about? I don't understand. What do you mean by, it cannot happen under any circumstances?
You know damn well what I'm referring to, Dora. There's no way you just ignored what I said yesterday. You know how strict we can be when it comes to these kind of issues. I can't believe you right now. Did you seriously use a chatbot to complete your work? Did you not even bother to add your own observations to your essay? Did you really think we were stupid enough to fall into your trap again? What's wrong with you?
Alright. Enough. Fine, Mrs. Christina, I'm so sorry for playing dumb. You're right. I failed. I failed like always. I betrayed your trust. I used ChatGPT. I'm sorry.
This is literally the worst case of plagiarism and cynicism I've ever witnessed in these 10 years as a teacher, Dora. Why did you do this? Why?
wanted to impress you, I really did. I wanted to test ChatGPT's capacities. It was never my intention to outsmart you, it really wasn't.
Lies, lies and more lies. The worst excuse I've ever heard. You knew damn well this was a huge risk and still, you took it. Plagiarism is not and will never be tolerated. You're a disgusting plagiarist, Dora, and there's no way I'm letting this pass like it's nothing. We'll go straight to the principal's office and discuss this mischievous behavior of yours. You blatantly ignored academic integrity and the consequences are severe. Oh Dora, prepare yourself, cause you're not leaving this school until you pay for what you did, you disgusting plagiarist. Let's go, now. And don't you ever think of lying to Mr. Cherry. I trusted you, Dora, but now it seems like I should have read the whole book before thinking you had really changed. Now let's go.
Mrs. Amber Christina and student Dora Valentina Marquez Guerrero, what brings you here on this lovely morning? Or maybe not so lovely. What's the reason behind those tears?
Tell him, Dora. Tell Mr. Cherry what you did. Tell him about how you so wanted to follow our academic integrity.
But I don't wanna. I'm so ashamed that I don't think my mouth is able to spell out such words. I can't, I just can't.
Well, if you don't do it, then I'm gonna do it myself, cause there's no way you're getting away with this.
Mrs. Amber, please refrain from using the tone towards students. What could possibly be the problem? I cannot comprehend the reason behind your anger.
Well, Mr. Cherry, I'm sorry I might have gotten a little carried away, but the situation is serious, and I believe you've got to hear it. This little miss right here, Dora Marquez, thought she could easily outsmart me after she presented her final version of her history SL essay, but she failed. She really did.
What? What's going on with her history essay? Did she not answer the research question correctly? Did she not include citations? Did she simply not do it?
Exactly, she did not do it, simply because she used a chatbot. You've heard me, a chatbot to finish her essay. She did not even bother to include her own observations, and like the little know-it-all she is, thought the plagiarism checker wouldn't uncover her shenanigans.
Dora Valentina Marquez Guerrero, you reckless girl. This is one of the worst cases of academic dishonesty I've heard. You're truly a disappointment to the IB alumni. Seriously. I can't believe what my ears are hearing. There's no way we're sending your history assignment, and as a result, you're getting an N, which means your essay has been rejected. And if that's not enough, you're very close to failing the subject, and you've lost out trust. You reckless girl. I'm calling your mother and I'm telling her about your shenanigans.
Dora, I asked you several times if you needed help with your essay, and you said, no. I can do it, Mom. I can do it, you said. You worthless liar.
She really did not think things through, and as a result, she's in the verge of losing her history SL certificate. Nothing like this has happened before, and I've got to say, it's just incredible. Why just ruin your reputation like that?
Excuse me? What did you say? She's losing what?
You've heard me, ma'am. She could potentially lose her history SL certificate and the whole diploma in case she's done this with other works. We don't trust her anymore.
Oh Dora, my precious daughter.
Just do it, Mom. Unleash the tiger within you. I'm ready to hear it. I've done so wrong that I just deserve it. Come on. Huh? What's going on? What's this?
Dora, you fraud. You betrayed me. When I really thought you had changed, you decided to stab the knife. And you chose my heart. You stabbed it, you hideous monster.
Mom, please don't cry. I'm truly ashamed. I know what I did was wrong. Please don't cry because of me. Please.
Well, I'm afraid it's too late to regret things now, Dora. You disgusting plagiarist. I knew I should have read the book well. You can't judge a book for its cover, but always make sure to read its contents. Your contents are surprisingly undesirable, Dora, and you will never achieve success in life. You disgusting plagiarist. I hope you leave this school forever so that I don't have to see your face. It will give me nightmares for the rest of my whole natural boring life. Shoo, go away.
Please stop. I don't want this anymore. I want to leave. I want to disappear. I want to.
Not so fast, you reckless girl. I really can't believe I fell for that lie. You truly haven't changed, and you'll always be the pathetic little girl, always causing trouble wherever she goes. Terrible. I think it's time we teach you a lesson for good.
Oh, what is happening to me?
You
are worth
nothing.
Oh my freaking god, no 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 no.
Oh my god, Dora, what the heck is going on in here? Are you alright? Are you hurt? Oh my god, what happened? Why are you crying on the floor? Dora, please don't tell me you're hurt.
Don't worry, Mom, I'm alright, but I simply don't believe it. I want to think it wasn't real. That was so horrid. I promise I will never do such a thing again.
What are you talking about, Dora? What dream? Please be precise, cause I think I'm not understanding you.
Well, all I can say is that I did something terrible, something I shouldn't have done in my history essay. When Mrs. Christina found out, she flipped out horribly. Like a monster. Then she proceeded to call Mr. Cherry, who then called you, and everyone knew how much of a bad girl I was. Everything went pitch black in a split second and then, ouch, I don't even want to describe it, but it seemed so painful. It's like I just died for what I did. I'm a horrible person. I'm losing it, Mom. I'm losing it as I speak.
Dora, remember the conversation we had earlier? This is not right. I know you want to stay in the IB, but we really ought to talk about this. The stress is getting into your mind. Now look at where we are now. You're crying over a hyperbolic dream. Stress is really taking over you lately, and I'm wholeheartedly concerned about your well-being, dear. I wish I could keep talking about this right now, but now that you mentioned it, you made me remember I had to tell you something very important.
Oh? What is it, Mom? What did you want to tell me?
Your history essay, Dora. It's 6:30. You passed out for 4 hours straight and you said it was due for today.
Oh my god, no 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 no. I'm late for that. I need to complete it right now before I face the consequences.
Dora, are you sure you don't need help? Maybe I'm not a history expert, but I can offer some ideas if you want.
No, Mother, this is my own fault for not paying attention to it earlier. Mrs. Christina clearly said it was imperative for us to complete this, otherwise we'd get a failing grade, and I honestly don't want to mess things up again for my own good. Trust me, I'll be alright. It will take some time, but I will make sure this essay does not disappoint.
Dora, remember that not everything has to be perfect. I know you want to surprise Mrs. Christina, but first things first, be happy with your results and your achievements. I understand you don't want my help, and I'm not mad at you. But please, before making others happy, ask yourself, are you happy? That's what really matters.
How could I not be happy, Mom? Thank you so much for supporting me. You don't understand how much I needed this now. You're wholeheartedly the best mother ever, no lie.
You know, even though you don't want my help, I still feel like I ought to do something to cheer you up. I'll let you decide what's for dinner today. How does that sound?
Wow, that's quite unexpected, but I'm up for it. Let me think. I'm completely fine with a chicken sandwich, Mom. I believe it could also help me obtain some energy to complete my essay for good.
Okay then, a chicken sandwich it is. I won't take long, I'll make sure to call you downstairs when it's ready. And remember, not everything has to be perfect.
Well, how do I start now? My essay's about the Cold War, but how can I make sure the information is right? You can't always trust everything you find on the internet, you know. I'm actually so shocked that I'm scared to even get the slightest piece of information from her webpage. Truly terrible. But wait a second. Who said the only tool I could use was the internet? I think it's time to get classy and make Abuela happy now. Abuela, remember when you talked to me about your book collection? I'm interested, please show me where they are. I feel like potentially reading at the moment.
Well, Dora, I'm so happy you finally regarded the importance of books in history. I'm so proud of how far you've come. I ought to go now, but I hope they contain the information you need. Good night, and best of luck with your history essay.
Thank you so much, Abuela, and good night to you too. Sweet dreams. Well, now that I have this pile of books, I think it's safe to say we can commence now.
Dora, I'm genuinely worried. It's 11 p.m., 1 hour past your bedtime. Are you sure you can handle it? Wow, that's a considerable amount of books right there. You must have been reading a lot. Wait, are those Abuela's books? What are they doing here?
I asked her if I could borrow them, and she gladly accepted. You should have seen the look on her face when she found out I needed them for my essay. Tiring, but worth it.
Oh Dora, my dear Dora. You're growing up so fast, and even though it's hard me to accept that, I'm so happy you're finally starting to realize the importance of certain life skills.
Thank you so much, Mom. I'm so glad you trusted me. Fortunately, I only need to upload it and then we're ready to go. I still have 1 hour left before the assignment expires.
I told you earlier, and I was right. You could do it. You really need to control yourself and accept that while it might be hard, the results will be worth it. I'm so proud of you. Please Dora, don't waste time. If there's not much left to do, make sure to complete it so you can go to sleep. It is fundamental. Remember, tomorrow is the big day for your essay.
Don't worry, Mom. It will only take 5 minutes. I'll go brush my teeth after this and then, off to bed. I'm being serious. You can go to bed now.
I trust you, Dora. Now if you excuse me, I'm off to bed. Good night, dear. Sleep well.
Good night, Mom. Tomorrow is the big day. You can do it, Dora. Just one click and... Yay! My essay is uploaded. After 5 hours of reading and analysis, it's finally done. Hooray! Now it's time to brush my teeth. Man, what a day. But at last, I was finally able to complete the challenge. Tiring, but worth it, again, ha ha ha. But enough of that, it's time to pass out, this time for longer. I can't wait to see what Mrs. Christina thinks of my essay tomorrow. You'll never get rid of me. You hear me? Never. Try to do that again. You pathetic little girl. I'll always be part of you, following wherever you go, and you'll have to settle.
Now wake up and get your stupid history assignment graded. Now.
What the hell was that? Oh my god, not again.
Dora, wake up, we are late for school. I overslept, I shouldn't have gone to sleep that late. We need to go now, it's 7 a.m., we have less than 15 minutes.
Alright Mom, message received. I'll make sure to dress as fast as I can. Well, I've got a bad feeling now. Maybe I shouldn't expect things to go well today, it's no use. I think I should just accept my fate, shouldn't I? After all, I did deserve it for ignoring the existence of my history essay during the whole week, so I shouldn't expect wonders. I guess I should get dressed now. I don't want to be late or I'd have to spend even more consequences.
So Matthew, what are you planning to do now that you no longer work for the
I
company?
was planning to just live life and enjoy it, you know, Allison? Life is full of wonders, and while there might be a bunch of job opportunities for me, I believe I need a rest.
Oh my god, I'm so sorry for this. Where do I justify my reasons to be late?
First of all, good morning student Dora Marquez, is that you? Man, why are you so anxious?
I'm terribly sorry, Miss Allison, for barging in just like this, but I'm late. And today I have an important history essay that I need to check with Mrs. Christina.
Oh right, it's 7:20 a.m., you're 5 minutes late, but I can let that pass for now. Dora, explain it later. If I'm not mistaken, class hasn't started yet, so you have time. Run now.
Thank you for understanding, Miss Allison. Have a nice day.
Man, did she really not notice I was here or did she intentionally ignore me?
Matthew, don't be so dramatic now. She was in a hurry and it's completely understandable as to why she barely had time to talk. Don't worry, I'll tell her to say hi to you later.
So my dear teenagers, before commencing, would anyone like to be the first volunteer on this fine morning?
Mrs. Christina, good morning. So sorry I'm late. Please don't be mad at me.
Oh Dora, good morning. Why would I be angry? In fact, your timing was amazing. You gave me the greatest idea.
Wait, really? That's nice. What is it?
You're going to be the first volunteer of the day, which means you're next after I'm done talking with you guys regarding something about your history essay. Isn't that great? You shall sit down now. I hope you brought your laptop cause we will be taking some time with the revision.
Oh well, I guess I should have seen that coming from miles away. How lovely, Mrs. Christina, and yes, I did bring my laptop.
I'm so glad you understand this situation, Dora. Now where should I start? Alright, my dear students, it is imperative for me to spread a recent message we've been sent from the IB organization. It is pretty much related to activities like essays and assessments. Even though it has been taking over the world in the past few weeks, we are an institution who follows academic integrity and highly regards it as a crucial aspect in our education. So where do I want to go with this? Well, my dear students, a new tool has recently surfaced on the internet, a powerful tool that's capable of writing magnificent explanations. A tool that, however, if used incorrectly, can bring severe consequences. Several students around the world have already used it to write their essays, and while it's not wrong, they pretty much are unable to decipher how to use it properly. My dear teenagers, I'm talking about a chatbot, a powerful and intelligent chatbot with the name of ChatGPT. So, do any of you have an idea of what could ChatGPT be?
I don't
used it
think I've
myself,
heard of it
Mrs.
before.
Christina,
Mrs.
and let me
Christina,
tell you, it's
could
the
you
funniest
maybe give us a
experience
little
ever.
bit more of
I have a
context about it
story
so
I'd
I
like
can
to
try
share
to
with all of
understand?
you.
No. Don't use it. It's gonna ruin your life. Academic integrity is highly crucial. As Mrs. Christina just said, I've got to agree. I know what you're trying to say, Mrs. Christina. ChatGPT has been used by several irresponsible students around the world, and the consequences have been severe. It ain't worth it. Sometimes we feel like choosing the wrong path when we are teenagers, and we don't think things through. While ChatGPT might be intelligent, we ought to remember we have brains too. We have to work on our essays by ourselves, and analyze all the information using our own techniques. Why just ask someone or something else to do when you're capable yourself? What I'm trying to say is, Mrs. Christina, we get your point. ChatGPT is not allowed by the IB organization and it shouldn't be used under any circumstances.
Dora, what are you talking about? I think you didn't quite understand what I just said. When did I mention ChatGPT represented some kind of threat towards you IB students?
You did, Mrs. Christina. Please don't try to hide it. ChatGPT has been used by students to complete their essays and the consequences have been severe. Or am I wrong?
I mean, yes I did, but the consequences have been severe not because of ChatGPT itself, but because of the incorrect use of citations throughout the documents.
What do you mean by incorrect use of citations? Are you basically saying you can cite ChatGPT?
You indeed can, Dora. The IB regards ChatGPT as a useful tool, and is not against it at all. When I said students couldn't decipher how to use it correctly, I was referring to the fact that they wouldn't cite correctly or simply not use any citations at all. That'd be technically plagiarism. But in short, yes, you can use ChatGPT, we wouldn't mind at all. Just make sure that whatever you generate with it doesn't take up too much space in your essay. The ideas that ChatGPT can give should only serve as a guide for you, in order to structure the rest of your essay correctly, cause remember, everything's on you. Dora? Are you okay? It seems like you're shaking.
Pardon. I think I will just have a little moment. I'm sorry.
Oh my god, she passed out.
Oh my god, Dora, are you alright? Can you hear me, Dora? Dora, please respond. You're making us worried. Please wake up.